Before you do anything else, hear this carefully. The life you are living right now is not the full measure of what you're capable of. At your core, you already know it. That quiet tension you feel when everything slows down isn't negativity or ingratitude. It's awareness. It's the part of you that recognizes you've been choosing safety over growth and familiarity over possibility. Let me speak to you plainly. This isn't meant to impress you or energize you for a moment. It's meant to ground you in truth. There is a difference between being alive and actually living, and if you're honest with yourself, you know where you stand. Your days are functional. You get things done. You meet responsibilities, but pride is missing. Fulfillment is missing. That absence isn't random. It's a signal. Discomfort is not your enemy. Avoidance is. Discomfort is often the first sign that your life is asking more of you. You feel restless, not because something is wrong with you, but because you are capable of more than you are currently demanding from yourself. When ignored, that restlessness doesn't disappear. It matures into regret. Dreaming big isn't about ego or fantasy. It's about alignment. It's the moment you admit that your habits, standards, and routines are not matching your potential. That realization is uncomfortable because it removes excuses. Once you see the gap, responsibility follows. And responsibility is heavy. That's why comfort is tempting. Comfort asks for nothing today and charges everything tomorrow. Fear has been guiding more of your decisions than you'd like to admit. Not because you're weak, but because your mind is designed to protect the familiar. The familiar feels safe even when it's limiting. So when you consider raising your standards or changing direction, resistance appears. Doubt, delay, rational explanations for staying the same. Not because they're accurate, but because they feel secure. Security, however, is not the same as growth. You've probably told yourself you'll begin when you feel ready, when life settles, when clarity arrives, but readiness isn't a feeling that appears one day. It's a decision made in uncertainty. Waiting doesn't reduce fear. It reinforces it. Fear weakens when you move, not when you think about moving. Here's an uncomfortable truth, said with respect. Small goals feel appealing because they don't demand much change. Big goals require discipline. They require structure. They force you to confront how you spend your time and energy. That's why bold lives are admired from a distance but rarely pursued up close. Admiration costs nothing. Transformation costs effort. You don't need constant motivation. Motivation is unstable. You need standards. Standards guide behavior when emotions fluctuate. A life built on mood is fragile. A life built on principles is resilient. You may not control everything that happens around you, but you do control how consistently you show up for yourself. Failure is not what damages people long-term. Failure teaches. It clarifies. What slowly erodes people is living beneath their ability for years. That creates frustration, self-doubt, and a quiet resentment toward life. When you repeatedly ignore what you know you should be doing, you weaken trust in yourself. And without self-trust, confidence collapses. The good news is that self-trust is rebuildable, not through dramatic changes, but through small promises kept consistently. Each time you do what you said you would do, your identity strengthens. You become steadier, clearer, more grounded. Discipline isn't punishment. It's self-respect in action. Dreaming big doesn't mean chasing everything at once. It means choosing a direction that demands your best and committing to it quietly. Progress will be slow at first, often invisible. Doubt will show up. Boredom will show up. None of that means you're failing. Real growth is usually repetitive and ordinary before it becomes visible. Time is not endless, and pretending it is makes people careless with their lives. You don't need panic. You need respect for time. A year from now will arrive whether you change or not. The only difference will be what your daily patterns produced. Intentions don't shape the future. Habits do. So here's real hope, not shallow encouragement. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to see the entire path. You need to stop negotiating with the version of you that prefers comfort over progress. You need to act in alignment with the person you respect. Dream big, deliberately, with patience, with structure. Accept that fear may walk beside you for a while. Courage isn't loud. It's consistency under pressure. You are not late. You are not broken. You are simply at a point where honesty is required, and honesty when acted on changes everything.